gosh. So hot out. So I feel like it's important for me to publish a video because I think when people read my posts, one of the beautiful, I don't think it's beautiful, I think it's one of the most dangerous, that made it sound over exaggerated too, things about Facebook is that when we read something, we read it through our own filters and our own papers. And as we're reading it, we have an idea of these people and therefore read it through what we think they sound like or the tone that we think they would use. Sometimes we just read it. If we're pissed off, then they're pissed off. If we're happy, they're happy. You know, it's really an interesting thing. There's a couple things out there that you can look at. And it's so funny. It'll be a statement and they have a bunch of different people read it. And it's so interesting to watch how the best of intention, oh, girl, you gotta be hot and walking up a hill in a coat with the mask on over her nose. I feel like that's dangerous. What was I saying? Sorry, it scares me for people's health when I see them exerting themselves with masks, with their face covered. But I guess it's actually I was reading another article about that people, when they're working out, they actually do that it's actually, there's some sort of benefit to it, something, I don't know. Anyways, so, oh yeah, when you're mad, you can read a message. They had a thing, and then they had all these different people read it, and you really can't get intention a lot of times. I'm at 2.5 minutes. Gosh dang it. I wish I didn't have so many words. So what I wanted to talk about today is shit. I had a whole thing that what was it? I think I'm still worried about the lady trekking up a hill in a full-on puffy jacket and her mask. Oh, yeah, because lately, so, I'm sure people have noticed, you can't find a box that fits me. My shirt's falling off because of these pipes. Not a box that fits me. People have always been like, oh my God, are you a Republican or are you a Democrat? And my Democrat friends, now my liberal friends definitely think I'm voting for Trump. My Republican friends definitely think I probably got cooler to them over the last couple months. But it's stupid, the stuff that's political, if we could just get that out of the gate. But I wanted to talk about it because I've had a couple people that have reached out in concern, some of them, concerned about me and me turning into a conservative, big, bad, terrible Republican. Oh, God. So I thought, let's just discuss the elephant in the room. Not voting for Donald Trump. Though, do we need to even talk about the DNC choosing Joe Biden? Do we even need to bring it up? Do we even need to, if that doesn't prove how effed up American politics is, the barrage of amazingness that we started with. But look at the Republicans in 2016, started with 13, ended up with Donald Trump, right? So in the beginning when we had 13, I just made that up. I think we had 13. Totally just, that was not factual at all, or based in any sort of reality. I was worried because I was like, we're going to end up with the worst. And then, lo and behold, we ended up with the worst candidate. The worst one. And all of you that are like, oh, he's sweet. No, he's creepy. He I don't care. He is creepy Uncle Joe. like, oh God, it is going to be 4 years. It doesn't matter who wins. It is going to be 4 years of what did that guy just say? I mean, SNL is going to, they're probably over Donald Trump. They're probably pulling for Joe Biden at this point. But, anyways, backing up. So what happened was I ran for office. That's what happened. That was the beginning of this. And what I found was I don't really think any of these people have any business making rules for anybody else. I don't. I like the level of corruption and the level of political, what the, you know, I'm trying to get through a video without saying the F word, pushed me. So I have always said that I am like if a libertarian and a socialist had a baby. I went from supporting Bernie Sanders to supporting Gary Johnson, right? So now what's happened is I've just stepped a little more to the right. I don't think the government, I don't want the government in my business. I've never wanted the government in my business. I think the government has no right being in my business at all. In my body, my vagina, none of it, right? I don't think why anybody thinks that they ever want somebody else making calls for them. So anyways, so fast forward, and I get off Facebook. This is going to be too long. Nope, I'm going to keep it under 10 minutes. I'm going to speed this up. Get off Facebook for Lent. Not a Catholic. I just do Lent every year. I just do it because I want to do it. And I guess if I had to jump in a box, it's Episcopalian. I really do. Franciscan. I mean, if I was going to jump in a box religious-wise, I'm totally down with the Catholics. Sidetrack Sally. Do Lent. So I'm off Facebook for the whole beginning of COVID. So you know what I didn't have? I didn't have access to social media. So you know what I had to do? I know, this is where shit gets weird. I had to think for myself, and I had to decide based on numbers and experience what I believed. That's what I did. I've not ever been a fan of mainstream media, period, on either side. I think that everything is over sensationalized. I think that it's clickbait. I think that they are bullshitters. I mean, the first thing I ever kind of agreed with Donald Trump about was the fake news, and that was weird, but I get what he was saying. So then, as I was experiencing this, people would send me articles. A lot of people reach out to me like, oh my God, just thinking, and it was really sweet. And I really appreciate it. I'm like, yeah, I'm just doing me. I mean, I'm not concerned about it. I'm watching the CDC, watching the Department of Health, lived with a terminal illness my whole life. Pretty much live with the mantra that life is just trying to kill you. So this is just another thing that you can freak out about. And then they would send me articles like, oh my God, well, what about this? Atlantic.com, New York Times, New York Journal, Washington, whatever. Oh my God. And I'm like, yeah, I just don't really subscribe. I mean, I would read stuff and I'd just be like, this is why I don't read this, I have 30 seconds to get this done. So essentially, I'm never going to make it. What happened was I had a different experience. Go figure. Weird, right? Being a little trollop showing my shoulder. And that was a joke before people freak out. And it was just a different experience. And then I get back on social media and I'm like, oh yeah, no, I don't really agree with that. And holy wow. I've been unfriended. I mean, the things that I've been called, the shaming, the backhand. Oh my gosh, it's so insane to watch. And, yeah. And at the end of the day, so I just decided that I'm gonna give myself till 12 minutes. I'm the boss, so I get to change rules. At the end of the day, here's the whole point. I'm just me. I'm just me. I haven't changed. I haven't, like, I'm just who I am, and I like me. I don't really care if other people don't like me. But at the same time, I think it's important because I can only imagine how people, it's so funny because I'll run into people like, I don't know, in real life, and they're like, we'll be having a discussion, and, you know, I'm like, oh, would you like me, you know, to wear a mask or whatever? And people are like, you wear a mask? And I'm like, I can, quickly. And I don't, you know, like, I don't enjoy it. I can't do it for very long, but if it brings you a peace of mind, I'm okay to do it for a second. And they're like, that's not what I expected. And I'm like, what did you expect? Oh my God, and people think I'm one of these, like, asshole guys, like the asshole guy on the plane that's like, I'm gonna use my disability so I don't have to do this. Rah. You're a dick. Like, you're just making life harder. Like, life's already kind of hard right now. And people like that just make it so much harder, right? Like the same people that are like complete dicks to cops just to be a dick. Just to be dicks. The Amazon truck in front of me has expired tabs. And is a Mercedes. So anyways, I just wanted to make this video. I probably won't be able to upload it because it's 12 minutes and 12 seconds. And Facebook doesn't like it when I upload long videos. So I just want to check in with people. Tell you I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm just Sarah. I haven't lost my mind. Well, I don't know. Who knows, right? Some days I feel like it. I watch this whole thing that's happening, like, I've done cracked up. And I'm good. Like, if ever you read something and it triggers you, shit, send me a message. Let's talk about it. Like, let's have real talks about it. Call me on the phone. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. Okay. Me and my fancy hair are heading home to be in the garden. I'm gonna go snip some dahlias. Talk to you later. Bye.